Have you ever seen grief that looked like worship? Not just sorrow, not just weeping, but grief that carries reverence, that moves with honor, that knows how to mourn not just a loss, but a legacy. That's what Joseph did for his father Jacob. He didn't just bury him, he blessed him in death. He didn't rush through the funeral to get back to work. He didn't treat this as an interruption to purpose. He understood something sacred. How you honor the past shapes how you walk into the future. And if that's stirring something in you, if you've ever lost someone whose faith left fingerprints on your life, don't scroll past this. Like the video, leave a comment, share the word, because someone else is grieving right now and they need to see what it looks like to grieve with hope and honor. Genesis 50 opens not with a burial, but with a deep lament. Joseph throws himself on his father's body. He weeps. He kisses him. Then he orders the physicians of Egypt to embalm Jacob, not quickly, not quietly, but over 40 days. And after that, 70 days of mourning. Even Egypt, the land of Pharaoh, the empire of idolatry, stops to weep. That's what happens when a man of God dies full of years and full of faith. The weight of his walk leaves an imprint, even on foreign soil. This wasn't just family grief, this was national reverence, because a man who carried covenant had just breathed his last, and even the world noticed. But Joseph doesn't stop there. He remembers the promise he made. He goes to Pharaoh, not demanding, but asking permission. He says, "Let me bury my father in the cave at Machpelah in Canaan, the place he asked for, the place of our ancestors." And Pharaoh honors him. He doesn't just say yes, he sends a royal escort, chariots, horsemen, officials. A full governmental procession follows Joseph to Canaan. This wasn't just a burial, it was a procession of glory. The text says, "When they came to the threshing floor of Atad, they wept with a great and solemn lamentation." And catch that, a threshing floor, the place where wheat is separated from chaff, where what's weighty remains and what's temporary is thrown away. What a place for a funeral, because death, like threshing, reveals what was real, and the world saw it that day. Egypt saw it, Canaan saw it, that this man, Jacob, was more than a shepherd, more than a patriarch. He was marked by God. And isn't that what we all long for? That when we're gone, we leave behind more than memories. We leave behind a testimony. But don't miss the detail that seals the moment with meaning. Jacob was not buried in Egypt. Joseph led his father's bones out of the place of provision and into the land of promise, because Egypt had fed them, but Canaan defined them. Provision is what sustains you. Promise is what names you. And Joseph knew, where you bury your dead reveals what you believe about life. So the question is, how are you honoring the ones who paved the way? Are you rushing through the grief, numbing it, skipping past it? Or are you using the moment to remember, we are pilgrims here. This world is not our home. Jacob died in Egypt, but he was buried in faith. And one day, his descendants, Joseph included, would walk out of Egypt carrying the same covenant bones, because faith doesn't die with the body. It lives in the legacy. So may we live in such a way that when we leave, the world stops and says, surely God was with them. Let our funerals preach. Let our grief honor. Let our legacy prophesy. And let even our death point to the God who never fails to keep a promise.